Greetings, I'm Dave Gilmore, and this is Design Intelligence. Leadership structures and frames itself into various configurations and expressions. Hierarchy is often determined by the personality, security, and insecurity of the individuals being placed into leadership roles. Take, for instance, the person being selected and placed as CEO. If this individual is self-aware, self-secure, and self-accepting, then hierarchy is a structure operating through a lens of organizational empowerment, a fail-fast, fail-forward allowance, and an energy to execute free from the fear of politicized one-upmanship. But this may not be the case when the senior-most leadership are personally obtuse to their own weaknesses. You've heard us say it before. As leaders go, so goes the organization. When leadership frames hierarchy through an orientation of fearful control, worried assertions, and shadowed posturing, then the organization responds in kind. There are more structures and styles of leadership than we could adequately highlight in our brief time together, but the heart of effective leadership is a commitment to the others one's leading. It's this others mindset that sets the effective leader apart from the pack. As a leader of others, are you giving your all and best each time you connect with others? Are you planning each interaction to be beneficial for all to the best of your abilities? It's an honor to get time with leadership, and yet people come to such encounters with a mix of expectations and uncertainties. Though you can't foresee these, you can come ready to perceive and receive. You can transmit clear indicators of care and attention. You can lean in. You can actively listen. How you affirm and punctuate the time together can make the difference between meaningful and meaningless. I recently was witness to two simultaneous interactions between leaders and others who clearly had some reporting relationship to the leaders. I was waiting on a flight at a Delta Sky Club when a man and woman, I would guess in their late 30s or early 40s, came in and sat one aisle away from where I was. It was easy to hear their conversation being so close, so I shifted away to not appear intrusive. They were talking nervously about someone it seemed they expected to show up at any moment. Sure enough, a woman I would guess to be somewhat older came in. She scanned the room, spotted the couple, and came over to where they were sitting. Both stood, extended their hands for a welcome shake, and made room for a seat facing them for her to sit. Without any typical pleasantries, she inquisitively said, "I hope you have the finished presentation. I expected it last evening, wanting to review it before today's flight, but when I checked, it wasn't in my email box." The two subordinates fidgeted and fumbled apologies and assured her it was complete. She responded, "So where is it? We have half an hour before we need to go to the gate." While this tense and terse exchange was occurring, another scene was developing on my other side. A couple of men came in, sat down, and settled their bags. One stood and said to the other, "I'm grabbing an apple. Can I get you something?" The other responded, "No, sir. Thanks for offering." When he returned, he had 2 drinks in his hands, an apple and a bag of chips. "In case you change your mind," he smiled and sat down again. "So, Tom, this is a big day for you. Your first big deal since starting with us. Congratulations. How do you think I can best support you when you're delivering the final numbers?" The man, Tom, responded, "Well, you just being here to come on this trip with me is really amazing. I told Emily that if I started stumbling that you would jump in, and she was relieved for me." They trailed off with some laughter as I turned to see what was happening with the other group. The apparent subordinates were sitting straight-backed in front of the woman leader who, laptop on lap, was apparently rewriting the earlier noted presentation, but with sighs and head-wagging gestures. I was embarrassed for the two, and wonder what would have occurred if I spoke up to both groups about what I was observing. What kind of leader are you? Until next time, I'm Dave Gilmore, and this is Design Intelligence.